Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. This is Jim, 5714 Collector, bringing you another video. I have some Baltimore Oriole items I want to show. Got a couple of those. And also some Nolan Ryan ad pieces from Mothers Cookies. I thought that would be pretty cool to show those this morning. I hope everybody's having a great day. It's a nice morning here in Northern Virginia. It's also the Chantilly show is this weekend. Starts on Friday afternoon, runs through Sunday. So I will be attending that and dropping off some cards for grading with SGC. And when I get those cards back, and I guess it'll be 3-4 weeks from now, I will make sure I do a SGC reveal. I'm working on about 20 cards that I want to get graded. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a nice video coming up here in about 3 or 4 weeks. So anyway, I wanted to take a couple minutes. I got a couple of really cool oddball items here. I'll call them oddball. And it's a American League Championship plastic plate. And that's kind of a cool thing when the Orioles won the American League pennant. I'm assuming they did a World Series one. This one's sponsored by National Beer. So National Bohemian, National Premium, one of those. So that's kind of a cool thing from 1966. I picked this up at the Chantilly show also a couple years ago from, I don't know the gentleman's name, but he belongs to SABR. And I've read a couple articles that he's written on an Orioles book that they put out also. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Also got a English's Chicken Lid Eddie Murray autograph. These are blank back. I have a Cal Ripken and I think Gary Renicky, but they're not autographed. But the Eddie Murray one I've got autographed. And I thought that was kind of cool. I thought I would show that this morning. I was a big Eddie Murray fan. Always enjoyed watching him play. He had some great years for the Orioles. Of course, he hit his 500 home run with the Orioles in September of '96. And I can't remember if it was 1 year to the day when Ripken broke the record or tied the record. So that was kind of a neat thing. But Eddie hit 504 lifetime home runs, had over 1,800 RBIs. He was an RBI machine, let me tell you. Very, very great ball player. And always one of my favorite Orioles. Always, him and Cal, they were batting 3 and 4 in that lineup for all the years they played together. And I got an interesting item here. It's from Michael J. Schmidt. And it's from an Associates. I sent away asking for Mike Schmidt's autograph years ago. And I thought I would show this just to get people's opinion. I have this. Here, it's a letter. You probably can't see that, but it's got his autograph on the bottom. And that's kind of a neat thing. I'm assuming that's in pen, so I'm assuming that's a genuine autograph. I might have to get this authenticated. I'm sure I can have that done. And I also got a picture postcard here of Mike Schmidt. So that's a pretty interesting item. I've been wanting to show that, and I thought this would be a good time to show it. There's a lot of collectors out there I know with Mike Schmidt, and I understand why. 548 home runs, one of the greatest third basemen of all time. I'd hate to get into that conversation of who's the greatest third baseman and all that, because, you got the Brooks being the greatest defensive player playing third base. Schmidt, of course, he won a bunch of Gold Gloves himself and hit all those home runs. George Brett, we can't forget about him, and Boggs, and Chipper Jones. So there's some great third basemen and all that. So that would be an interesting show if you had a live stream to talk about that. That would be kind of cool. So I have something here. I have the Dell stamp book of the Orioles. I have 2 of these, and the stamps and all that are intact. And of course, it's got Brooks and Frank and Paul Blair. And I don't know, you might be able to see some of that, so hopefully. And like I said, I've got 2 of these. And if anybody has a New York Mets one, I'd love to, do a trade with somebody if they're interested in an Orioles one. And there's the other one. And you can see the stamps are intact. The book's in really good shape, actually. It's got the schedule in the back. And I know most people either have these, seen these, but they're very cool. So, like I said, if anybody's got a Mets one, I'd be really interested in picking one of those up or trading. I'm sure we can work out a deal. And one thing I wanted to show is a couple of these newspaper that came in front of a newspaper box. And there's Cal's. So I have a Cal Ripken. I got a couple other ones. I got Eddie Murray. Yeah, here's one when Cal did a border signing. And I have this book autographed also. The book's over on my shelf. And then I got a couple more things I want to show you. This is kind of a cool piece. This is the all-time all-star team, Fan Festation. And this is from Philadelphia. And you got some great players on here too. And Ryan's one of them. I had to show this since Ryan's on it. And the players, just to give you the rundown, it's Gehrig, Hornsby, Mike Schmidt, Johnny Bench, Carlton, Ryan, Ripken, Mays, Ruth, and Aaron. So not a bad lineup there. Especially if you have Carlton and Ryan. That's pretty awesome. So that's a cool piece. And it has this on the back. I can't remember where I got this. I've had it for quite a few years. And this is from... looks like, I can't read that year, 1998 maybe. So it's pretty awesome piece. And I got a couple other, for a better word, oddball items. I want to show this. I have this autographed. This was given out at the Orioles game on August 5th, 1983, right after Brooks got inducted into the Hall of Fame. So this is I picked one of these up. I was just at this game, so I picked this up. And I have a couple of these. One's on the wall behind me, autographed. So that's kind of cool. And then these items are big, but sometimes instead of showing cards all the time, it's more fun to show some advertising items and just interesting memorabilia. I got a Nolan Ryan poster, no-hitter number 7. That's kind of cool. It's got the box scores and stuff like that. That's kind of neat. It's got batter by batter. So if you wanted to write down the box score on a piece of paper, you could do that. And again, that's kind of a fun item. I've had that for a little while too. And here's something really interesting. I bought it off eBay. This is the 5,000 strikeout poster with Nolan. So you can see Nolan there. And I'll just lift it up a little bit. And so that's kind of a nice, fun item with 5,000 strikeouts, August 22nd, 1989. His 300 wins, he's got a facsimile autograph and all that. So, and I know there's a couple of Ryan collectors that have watched this channel and all that. So I wanted to show a couple of these different type of items. And one thing, collecting Nolan, put out a video. I think it was out last night. I saw it this morning, and he was showing Mothers Cookies cards, which are really very cool items. Well, I have some of the cardboard display pieces. And you can see that. So there's Nolan. And that's what it looks like. And see how big this is too. These are really cool. I probably should get these in a frame of some sort. And I have a couple of these. I'm going to show them all. I got the one that says mail-in offer. So these are kind of neat. It says mail-in offer, Nolan Ryan farewell commemorative uncut sheet. And I think I have one of the uncut sheets too. But I have the ad piece, which is kind of cool. And I think I have this item. I have to double check over here on my shelf. But I bought one of these at Chantilly, and it was, I think, $10 or something like that. So, and then I got one of these other ones that says free inside. And I've had these. Actually, there's 2 here. Let me see. They're different, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna show both. Showing 4 Mother Cookies cards with the Rangers, and those are pretty awesome. So one day I'll put them in a frame, but I don't have no space on my walls. All my wall space is pretty much full in this room. But and then we got Ryan again, of course. So these are pretty cool items. I got one more thing I want to show. And this is Nolan Ryan 5,000 strikeouts. This is kind of cool. This is a big piece. You can see how the size of this and all that. So you need a nice frame to put that in. But these are all blank back and all that. And I'm going to show a couple cards here real quick. I'm working on my cards I am going to get graded. So I'm just going to show a couple real quick. I'm going to have the 68 Ernie Banks. I'm going to get that graded. That's a good looking card. I like that. And Banks is one of the all-time great players. I'll show the Ryan cards later, but I found this in my collection. I thought it would be pretty cool to get that graded with Koufax and Drysdale and Tony Collinger, who won, I think, 24 games that year also, if I remember right. Yeah, Koufax won 26, yeah. Drysdale won 23, and Tony Collinger, who... One trivia question, if I remember right, he's the only pitcher ever, I think, to hit 2 Grand Slams in the same game. I think he did it in 1965. I may have to look that up, but I think I'm right on that. So, of course, Koufax and Drysdale, so that would be pretty cool. And I got a couple other ones. I got a 65 Bob Gibson. I'm going to have autograph. Sorry. I'm going to have this one graded also. And I'll show one more card here real quick. I have and it's, actually I'm going to show you two. I've got a 57 Ted Williams. And the front's okay, it's not great. Might be a little glare, I think this is better. But the back is messed up. I'm hoping to get a 1 out of this, or I'll get an A, I'm sure, but it would be pretty awesome to get a 1. I'm going to have that graded. And then one more. I have this 68 Mantle I'm going to have graded. I thought that would be pretty cool. Might come back at 2 or a 3. I don't really care. It's just be nice to have a grade on it in the back. So I'll show the rest of those cards. I'm working on getting the 20 or 25, whatever it is I'm going to decide on today. Get them in the right sleeves, get them ready to go, get them on. I'll get them in the system for SGC, and then when I'll drop them off at the Chantilly show this weekend. But anyway, anybody there that watches the videos, please say hi. I'm not sure whether I'm going Friday or Saturday yet, but I'll certainly be there. I'm looking forward to it because the Chantilly show is always fun, and there's a lot of great dealers there. So if you do see me, please stop by and say hi, and I hope everybody has a great Sunday, and we'll talk to you later on. Take care. Bye-bye.